Still just over 20 to shoot. As UAlbany maintains their possession, it's Richmond. Quarterbacking this play towards Ryan Doherty. Shot from up top, that one whistles wide with 11 seconds left to shoot.
Dane's got to go quick here. You only got 11 seconds. Need good situational awareness here. Richmond's had the short stick twice so far in these first 2 possessions. That's definitely a matchup they want to exploit.
Worked along the far side towards Pfeiffer. Up top, it's Richmond. 3 seconds worked in front for Doherty, and he scores! Ryan Doherty opens the scoring in the NCAA tournament's opening round game. 1-0, Great Danes.
Doherty is the party starter for the Danes. We talked about it here just a moment ago. Quick feed inside to Doherty with the shot clock running down. You can see the feed here from Richmond. Quick catch, quick shot. Up top, near side, beats Arcuri. Danes take the lead 1-0. That's his of the year face-off specialist as well as freshman of the year in the MAC.
Tack that onto all rookie team, all first team. The resume for the first-year player, Bannock, certainly an impressive one. Smith able to handle UAlbany. Strong on defense through their first 2 chances. Long looping outlet feed as Marquis adjusts. Now it's Richmond, takes the hit, makes his way through. One more, Doherty scores! Quickly up the field go the Great Danes. Doherty has a pair, and UAlbany is up 2.
Great ball movement by the Great Danes to start it here. You'll watch it back in the defensive zone as Brady Smith starts it going up to Max Neeson. Max Neeson gives a nice rainbow pass down to Silas Richmond. Richmond, great body contact, finds Doherty sneaking around from X, and he's not going to miss many of those, folks. Danes, 2-zip. Nice job by Richmond absorbing the contact right there. Doherty throws the fake to the back quarter of the season.
UAlbany has run 5 deep at the X this season, but as the season's gone along, Marino, to his credit, has taken control. Really, the back half of March on, he's been the primary man taking faceoffs. Now here is Doherty working on a pair already.
Got a little odd sun coming from the left side of the field right now. Might be tough for Arcuri to see from any shots coming from that wing there.
Worked in front. They score! Well, Arcuri got a piece, but not enough. And UAlbany, just over 5 minutes in, has a 3-0 lead.
Nice ball movement by the Danes, as you'll see here on the replay. The ball gets swinged from Carino to the far side, a little hitch and go right here. Marquis finds Jacob Moran right on the doorstep, and Jacob Moran puts it in the back of the net for the third goal for the Danes here. That's his 8th goal on the season. Programs having a great year locally. Great people in these programs. It's really nice to see, and there's an unbelievable turnout here at Casey Stadium tonight. The NCAA attendance record is definitely going to get broken for the opening round tonight. I think it was only like 2,100, and there's definitely more than, I don't know, it might be like 4,000 people here. We'll see if we can get a number, but Casey Stadium is pretty packed right now.
I got this information from you. I know the pregame party happening, the pregame cookout started early this afternoon as fans of the Danes were certainly excited, and Siena's on the board. Who else but Pratt Reynolds to open the scoring?
Pratt Reynolds picks up his 56th goal on the season right there as he gets it by Brady Smith on the near pipe.
Siena has found their opening goal. Their best goal scorer, Pratt Reynolds, answers, sneaking it by Brady Smith. 3-1 UAlbany. Back in a moment here on ESPN.
He even said he thought it was maybe if they were treating him possibly for a concussion.
Right.
He said he had a Red Bull before the game. He took a shot in the helmet during warm-ups, and they thought maybe it might have been a concussion, but the symptoms didn't make sense. And you know, Emily, the trainer, said, you know what, we got to get you to the hospital, and luckily they did, because he was on the verge of cardiac arrest. And pretty amazing story, and we're glad that he's okay.
Play continues. UAlbany and Siena. NCAA Lacrosse opening round action. A battle of 2 Capital Region foes. Siena in possession. They scored their game opening goal, and they have their second. On a quick play from X on a pass from Ryan McCarthy, it's now 3-2.
This is one of the things the Danes do not want to have happen. You can't allow the third leading assist person in the NCAA to just stand behind the cage with nobody on him. He's going to pick you apart if they can. They got to avoid getting hung up here. Quick little feed inside, gets that ball right to the crease. And that ball's in the back of the net right there. 3-2 UAlbany right now. Someone who's that good at feeding and distributing, you've got to really make sure you've got to have stick and gloves. You can't give him time to just sit back there because they will pick you apart. So Neeson is going to have to get in his gloves and avoid getting hung up at X like he just was right there.
Meanwhile, fifth for Cavioli. 3-2 UAlbany in the lead over Siena mid-first quarter here at Tom and Mary Casey Stadium. UAlbany in possession. Early advantage at the face-off, X for them. Working his way to the middle is Pfeiffer, and he scores! A quick answer and a solid individual effort shown there. Alex Pfeiffer makes it 4-2.
Alex Pfeiffer, the junior out of Lake Grove, New York, on the short stick matchup, dodges right down the right alley, gets his hands free, gets underneath, increases an angle, and puts it in the top left corner to beat Arcuri right here for his 16th goal of the season, or his 14th goal of the season, excuse me. He plays here, but some pretty good pace right now as well.
Palom looked over his shoulder to potentially make that pass right back down to Richmond. Now it's Kesselring working across. Silas Richmond will draw Ryan Wilson. Work down low, another pass deflected as Marquis goes down with one hand on the stick. Was able to scoop it up. Richmond fires and scores! Well, it all started with Colton Marquis, Mike, keeping that play alive. And Silas Richmond steps into one to make it 5-2.
Yeah, off the loose ball scramble, Marquis threw it back into the middle, and Silas Richmond was Johnny on the spot. Richmond able to pick up that ground ball, and we'll take a look at this replay here. As I talked about his howitzer in the pregame, you'll see him as Marquis throws this ball back as he's going down, throws it to the middle. Richmond's able to pick it up, set his feet, and step into one. Work on his stick there in that picture. He's firing the ball like a catapult, I can tell you. When that ball comes out of his stick, all of his goals this year have been 100 miles an hour plus. 45 seconds to go here.
Shot clock is ahead of the game clock, so Siena, in theory, will have one more opportunity down the field if they end up making a play. UAlbany looking to avoid that. Work to the side, Wimmer, sharp angle, try, it's through! With under 30 to go in the opening quarter, Ben Wimmer, from his offhand, finds Twine, it's 6-2.
Wimmer, chicken dinner. Ben Wimmer picks up the big goal right before the end of the first quarter. That's his 7th on the season. Wimmer gets underneath, able to put this short side on Arcuri. Tough angle right there, and he's still able to bury this. You'll just get a good replay right here, as you can see. Able to take that to the far side right there. Wimmer had 2
forward.
Olmstead's quick. He's got a good first step here, y'all, but he's got to be ready to slide here. He's got a nice first step. He's a quick little middy.
Olmstead draws Patrick May as his defensive assignment. Two Danes converge on defense. Work quickly across the middle. Under 20 to shoot for Siena.
Nice job there defensively by UAlbany.
Huffnagel fires, he scores! Towards the end of the shot clock with 9 seconds remaining, Connor Huffnagel across the body and through. Siena's back on the board at 6-3.
Talked about him a few minutes ago, the senior attackman out of Yorktown, the Hofstra transfer, Huffnagel. Nice job as he dodges down the left wing right here. Nice shot on the run, hides his stick. You can see he has his stick kind of hidden in the back. Nice release, able to put this ball far side pipe on Brady Smith for the 3rd goal.
Looking for.
Smart decision right there, just to get the offensive personnel on the field here, get the Danes set up in their 6-on-6.
And that's also an element to what's happening here. Still a lot of game left, but UAlbany has shown that if they've limited mistakes, this goes much further than this game this evening. As you and I have seen a number of games here from this broadcast booth, they limit the turnovers. They've usually been able to control play. And so if you have the chance to set your offense up, you do that and you score. A few moments later, it's Parker Emmett stepping down, and it's 7-3. Mike, what did it look like from your end?
Parker Emmett picks up his 5th goal of the season. As we'll see here on the replay. Kesselring gets it behind to Richmond. Richmond gets it to Emmett. Emmett, one quick cradle and bang, top corner, 7-3 Danes. You're watching the NCAA opening round game. We'll be back in they lost like 5 games by 1 goal, including a couple of double overtime games. So, I mean, you got to kind of go through a little bit of pain before you can have success. And it's good to see them have that success this year and be where they are.
Shot clock clicked towards 10, knocked in front. A pass was in the direction of Marquis, but he was double teamed as he was crashing towards the cage, and Siena will take over. You're right about that. 0-8 in 2021 after COVID. So to build that culture, sometimes as a program, you do have to bottom out. It's amazing where they've come to, and they score. It's Reynolds right on the doorstep, and it's a 3-goal game once again with under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Pratt Reynolds picks up another goal, and with that goal, he is the career leader. That puts him #1 ahead of Tony Astorino, who set that same school record that he broke with 55 goals coming into this game. And Reynolds shows you his finishing ability down low right there. We talked about Tony Astorino.
It's the breaks and works it back behind the net. Spinning and looking for room there is Fry. Fry is locked up by Smith.
Nice job not allowing Fry to get topside there, just being physical right on his hip, right where you need to be.
Under 30 on the shot clock, clicking towards 1 minute left in the first half. Siena being very tactful with their possession. They score! Radomski right in front. And it's a 7-5 game with under a minute to go in the first half.
It's a big goal right there for Siena. Kind of just lulled them to sleep there. They got the shot clock reset and were able to reset their offense. McCarthy's able to get an assist right there, and he hits Radomski right on the post right there. High crease. Galko lost him for a second. Radomski makes him pay.
Into a few uncomfortable shooting chances on that possession.
Yeah, UAlbany's got to have a little bit better situational awareness right there. Knowing there's less than 10 in the shot clock, you force that ball in the middle on a nice pass by Wimber. He didn't get the shot off, but then still knowing the shot clock is ticking, you've got to get that shot off. Luckily, they didn't get caught in transition, and Siena had an opportunity to go the other way.
The Siena Saints riding a 9-game win streak. They were 2-4 after 6 games this season.
Their last loss was to Sacred Heart in overtime during the regular season. I think it was 15-14. Nice dodge.
They've averaged just under 16 goals in that 9-game win streak, and they have the first one of our second half. Connor Huffnagel makes it a 1-goal game here in Albany.
Travis Fry sets this up with a nice little quick dodge. Able to beat his man up top. You'll see him get underneath, get that blow. And Huffnagel's left alone over there as UAlbany. We'll see what happens on this first opportunity.
Our referee is Mark McInnes, umpire Joshua Blaisdell, field judge David Pinciaro. They are on the call today. First penalty on either side. It's a minute against Huffnagel for a trip. Palum fakes the pass, catches again. Palum works it in front, they score! And a flag is thrown for a penalty after the goal. It won't change the fact that UAlbany has cashed in while a man up, and they retake a 2-goal lead.
Watch this goal here, Dan. What a beautiful look inside to the crease, and Ryan Doherty completes his hat trick with a little twister right on top of the crease, and then gets the flag as he got cross-checked from behind into the crease, as we can see here on this replay. Our head is automatically that 1-minute locked-in penalty. Could have been 2 minutes. The refs decided to keep it at the 1. UAlbany with another opportunity to go right back on the man up right here after just converting.
Joe Valenza is the guilty party. Mike Tesserero with me. Dan Ball with you. Matt Kearns down on the sideline. Thanks for being with us. Opening round action of the 2025 NCAA Men's Lacrosse Tournament here in the Capital Region. UAlbany and Siena. It's UAlbany up a man. Palum, he scores! Jackson Palum cashes in 2 straight goals for UAlbany while a man up. And their lead is up to 3. It's 9-6.
Jackson Palum picks up his 19th goal on the season. The sophomore out of East Syracuse, New York, with the little low stinger on the man up on the right wing here. He takes this feed, he has space, and he just targets that lower left corner, and he's able to get it past Arcuri. They'll get a great angle of it here from our camera crew right there. Actually goes 5-hole on him right there. And this penalty is still locked in.
Around the perimeter they go. A swim move trying to get open to the near side. Radomski now under 10. Up top. Worked in front. They score. A beautiful pass from the top from who else but Ryan McCarthy. And Siena cashes in while a man up to make it a 2-goal game with 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
Oh, that's a back-breaking goal for UAlbany right there. They've given up 2 goals in this game right in the last couple of seconds of a quarter right here. As you see the nice sneak from X, and he's able, I don't know if this might be a crease. So if we see his foot here, this might be a little replay here. We might have a challenge flag there. I think you might want to challenge that on that first look there. I'm not sure. He might have stepped on the crease as he was toeing the corner. Brady Smith was saying it. The replay option is there if Scott Maher wants to throw that flag. Let's take a look at it right here. We can see here as he's about to turn. Now that's a good goal. The foot was actually the... Amos Whitcomb is on the field right here. He's one of their man-up specialists. Watch for Amos Whitcomb on the high crease here. He's got a quick release, snaps the ball off fast. They'll look to him, I'm sure.
Palem and Richmond exchange. Silas Richmond this way toward the near side. Jackson Palem joined the scoring party, the 7th for the Great Danes in that third quarter. One more pass in front. Whitcomb, he scores! Mike Tesserero knows a thing or two about lacrosse. That's a man-up goal for the Great Danes, and who else but Amos Whitcomb popping out to score his 14th.
Famous Amos catches that cookie high crease, buries it right now for the 10th goal for the Danes. Here's the feed. Richmond gets it down low to Kesselring. Kesselring gets it in front, and Whitcomb knows what to do with it when he gets it in that little honey hole right there. He puts it right past Arcuri on the near side. Big goal there for UAlbany.
Ryan McCarthy. Sharp angle try, defended well there by Smith, and Brady Smith out of his crease to make the play. Back to Jacob Smith it goes. Outlet feed, one more, that's successful towards Galco.
All right, so we're back to 6-on-6 here, Dan. After all the confusion, that's something I got to write down to figure out exactly what happened, because that's going to bug me. Nonetheless, the Danes have possession, 60 to shoot here with a 10-7 lead.
Richmond turns, fires, he scores! A quick response from the home team via Silas Richmond, and it's 11-7.
Silas Richmond right on cue, picks up his 2nd goal of the game. Gives the Danes a 4-goal lead right now, as you'll see him start from X, get his step on his defender, absorb the check, little question mark as he gets above the island here, gets topside, turns, fires, rope. 11
is deflected, knocked down to the turf, battle for possession as
get
it's
it.
knocked up and down in the air and taken away there by Grove. Knocked back down to the turf. Still no definitive possession, but Sienna is able to come away with it.
UAlbany did a nice job of knocking it down and creating the turnover, but then just couldn't hold on to the ground ball. And right now, Sienna gets a new shot clock here.
Potato was back in the microwave. Save made by Smith. Rebound, score! On the second opportunity, it's Huffnagel again, and Sienna is going nowhere with under 5 to go in the fourth quarter.
Brady Smith made a really nice save, and UAlbany's got burned a couple of times by Huffnagel, just curling a little C-cut from X. Coming from behind right now, stops it right here, makes a great save. The rebound gets her way, and Huffnagel picks it back up, and he puts it back right under the bar as Brady Smith gets Huffnageled right there. Nice finish, good awareness, staying on the ground ball, keeping the Saints in it. Really nice.
Man up if they are not able to capitalize.
It's kind of tight right there. It was a pretty good check. He was trying to rip that ball out, and I'm not sure if he hit his back leg as he was coming down. But Sienna is getting a golden opportunity to get back in this game right here with the man up coming. And they've got 55 seconds still to shoot right here.
Working his way across is Cavioli. Skip pass finds Radomski. Radomski to his left. Sharp angle try. They score! It's 11-9 on the chance in the goal for Ryan McCarthy, who goes from playmaker to goal scorer on that sharp angle chance.
We talked about not being able to give these guys time and space to shoot right there. McCarthy gets this ball on the low wing right there as the D is sloughed off him right here. You can see the pass come right now on the skip. He's got no one around him. He's got time and space to